Hey there, everybody. I'm King 5 meteorologist Leah Pezzetti. Happy Sunday to you. Let's take a deeper dive into your forecast to get you going for the week ahead. Here's a view from Westport on this Sunday, kind of late morning now, and we're seeing a couple clouds out there, but we're definitely seeing the sun starting to smile down, and that is going to be the trend for today and the next couple of days as well. Is overall some morning clouds, partly cloudy skies by the end of the day each day. Overall, really mild seasonal conditions are expected this week. We are seeing improvement in our air quality on the west side of Washington. However, the smoke continues off to the east, so we'll unpack that as well. Here's a look at your Sunday daytime hours: 60s for the morning and then into the 70s into the afternoon. Those clouds continuing to move on through, but they're fair weather clouds, and we will definitely see the blue sky peeking out as well. Highs for Sunday on the mild side. In fact, really on track with normal for this time of the year. So for western Washington, it's definitely a lot cooler. Around the sound, we're looking at mostly 70s for your Sunday. A little bit cooler up to the north in the low 70s, a little bit warmer down to the south into the upper 70s, with a few spots definitely have the potential to tap 80 degrees on Sunday. It's a lot cooler over along the coast into the 60s. But then we get over the Cascades, and that's where we'll bring that heat into the equation. 90s are on tap for central and eastern Washington. Of course, that's where we continue to monitor those fires that are burning in the region. So not great news there to see that heat and also wind as well. We did have an alert issued from the National Weather Service for Saturday afternoon, for yesterday, because of increased risk for fire, that red flag warning. That has expired. We are watching conditions that are similar to that today and moving forward, but it's not quite as strong. So we're below that criteria for alerts to be issued. So we do not have any fire-related alerts issued as of right now, as of Sunday for Washington, for the entire state. But we'll, of course, keep an eye on that, especially because as we look at Sunday evening, we do see those blustery conditions picking up just over the crest of the Cascades. So when you look at Wenatchee, yeah, gusts up to 30 miles per hour once again are certainly possible. That's bad news when we talk about fires, just fans those flames. Same thing into Monday afternoon and evening. We're looking at gusts in that 20 to 25 mile per hour range. Isolated gusts could get up to 30, even 35 miles per hour in some spots, depending on the setup. So we're still watching the heat, we're still watching the wind, and we're still watching dry air as well. It's going to be bone dry off to the east, in fact, into the teens and in some cases single digits for today and tomorrow. So not great news for firefighting. And of course, that is impacting the possibility of fires spreading. Then we also have to talk about the smoke as well. Of course, we saw smoke that moved into western Washington at the end of last work week. That did bring hazy skies from kind of Wednesday, Thursday into Friday. And then we saw the clearing start to move in thanks to onshore flow pushing that air off to the east. So western Washington air quality looking good, but of course you see closest to those immediate fires, especially, gosh, the Little Giant fire around Lake Chelan. That's where we're seeing the worst of the smoke, and it's pushing off into the eastern part of the state towards Spokane, unfortunately, so not a great thing to see there. But our AQI values on the west side are in the good range. It's the center of the state and the east side of the state that we're watching for bad and then hazardous conditions in some cases. Like I said, closest to those fires, that's where we're going to see the worst of our air quality. And this will likely not go away until those fires really start to put out. And that we need Mother Nature, honestly, to step in. If we could get some rain moving in, that would be glorious for us here in Washington right now. Taking a look at the last 2 weeks, really the 2 weeks ago we were in the 70s. It was pretty comfortable, but this last week we really ramped that heat up. We brought back the 80s. In fact, we had 88 degrees on the 6th. We likely would have hit 90 degrees if the smoke had not moved in, but that smoke kind of acts like cloud cover and kept our conditions on the cooler side. So we only hit 88 degrees, which is still much warmer than normal for this time of the year. For SeaTac, the seasonal average for this time of the year is 79 degrees. So last week we were certainly above average. This week, kind of dancing right around average. It's a welcome sight. I love to see these comfortable conditions, but we're seeing temperatures right around 80 degrees, give or take. A little bit of a cool down possible on Wednesday. We could potentially see some instability moving in at that point that could produce a little bit of thunder and lightning. We'll keep an eye on that, but for now, really no rain chances heading our way, and that's not what I want to see. I would love to see rain moving into the state right now. That would do great things for our fight against those fires. But 7-day forecast shows really no big changes heading our way. We're sitting right around 80 degrees. There's that little bit of a cool down on Wednesday. Looks like we could see a little bit of a warm up on Friday. And that also could be a time frame where we bring a little bit more haze back into western Washington. Still a good week out, so we'll keep an eye on that as we get a little bit closer. But overall, western Washington's forecast is looking pretty mild this week. I think our big focus for the next couple of days is going to be on those fires that are already burning, and then hopefully no new fires start. But of course, we will stay on top of that and bring you the very latest if that should happen. But overall, we're good for western Washington. I hope everybody has a great week.